Hey players, how you doing? Welcome back to Player's Guide. This episode, I'm talking about shoot 'em ups, shmups for the NES, because I know you love that term. First shoot 'em up I'd like to talk about is Dragon Spirit. Dragon Spirit, like a lot of other games you're going to see in this video, is one that I really like a lot, and it's a horizontal shooter. For whatever reason, I seem to prefer horizontal shooters. Don't ask me why, it's just I don't know. I just like them more. So in this game, you're going to play as a knight that has transformed into a dragon to rescue a princess. Depending on how well you fare against the first stage, is going to make a difference, because you're either going to become a blue dragon, which is the harder difficulty, or you're going to become the gold dragon, which is the easier difficulty. The gold dragon moves a little bit faster and has a bit more powerful of an attack. And in this video, you're going to see that I'm playing as the gold dragon. Dragon Spirit, like most of my favorite shoot 'em ups, has a great variety of power-ups and enemies. There are both ground and airborne enemy attackers, and some exciting boss fights. Lots of different stages, and multiple endings depending on what dragon you're playing as. Dragon Spirit is a common and affordable NES game, so go pick this one up. The next game on this list takes place in the Wild West, which is a nice change of pace from outer space, which a lot of these shooters seem to be space shooters. This game is by Capcom, and if you haven't guessed it already, it's Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke has you playing as a bounty hunter, and you're out to take down a list of Old West most wanted bad guys. In order to find the wanted man you're after, you will have to search for their most wanted poster, hidden throughout each stage. These posters are found in barrels, or they can be purchased from a shop. The stage will loop until you do find the wanted poster or purchase it. Barrels, you can also get money and power-ups from. You also get money when you kill different enemies on the screen. The more enemies you off, the more money you get. Once you have the poster of the wanted man, who's the boss of the stage, they will appear at the end of the loop. Then you fight them, collect your bounty, and move on. If you're looking to pick up Gunsmoke, you should be aware that there are two different label variants, or art variants. One is more common than the other. This one is the more common one, and maybe you'll have to pay $5 or $10 more, or maybe you'll get lucky and be able to find this copy for the same price. This one over here is more uncommon and will probably cost a little bit more, but not too much more. This is a fairly common game, and neither version is really rare. It's just one is uncommon and the other is common. Both the same game. Gun-Nac. If you haven't heard of this one, it's one of the weirdest shooters I've played. It's very interesting, and a lot of people like it. Enemies in Gun-Nac are plants, inanimate objects, and animals, most notably the bunny in the game, which is pretty memorable. They all come to life and attack people. Your mission as Commander Gun-Nac is to find out why and save the 7 planets of your solar system. Gun-Nac is one of the most well-balanced shoot-em-ups I've ever played. It has a perfect balance of progressive difficulty and a good ratio of power-ups, bombs, currency, and extra lives that you gain by getting points. I love the variety of bombs and 5 different power-ups, which can all be powered up further by constantly collecting that same number. My favorite number is a number 3. The stages and enemies vary so much that you will never know what to expect unless you've played Gun-Nac before. Gun-Nac is an uncommon game, and there's plenty of people who know about this game already who are fans of NES collecting or the shoot 'em up genre. So those who have it want to keep it, and those who don't want it. So this game is not going to be cheap. 1942 is a classic Capcom shoot 'em up. It's based on the 1984 arcade game. This is a straightforward vertical shooter where you take your plane and fly head-on into World War II. As straightforward and as basic of a concept as it may seem, to play as a fighter pilot shooting down enemy planes, this game is one of my favorite NES shoot-'em-ups. This means the power-ups and objectives are straight to the point. Power your gun up and you can fire more missiles or more powerful attack, and you want to get the highest score you can. You do this by taking down enemies and getting as far and lasting as long as you can in the game. 1942 is a common NES game and a must-have in your collection because it is a staple in the shoot-'em-up genre. Alright, so we've made it to the end of the video, and I'm about to talk about one of my favorite games, maybe even my favorite game, Gyruss. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I really enjoy this one even though I've never beaten it like most of the other games in this video. I find listening to Fear Factory, if you're a fan of metal like I am, while playing this game really immerses you into it. Gyruss is the only tube shooter on the NES which has the player move around the screen in a circle, which makes it stand out. Each stage is the distance traveled between planets in our solar system. These stages have a boss and a mini-boss in the middle of them. Power-ups and enemies are straightforward and well distributed throughout the stages. There is also a bonus stage where you can gain more extra lives and power-ups and points. Gyruss is a common game and it's pretty cheap, so I would highly recommend going out and picking this one up. I think it's well worth it to have in your collection, and it does stand out amongst the other shooters because of its style. I hope some of these games interest you. I'll put links below in the description if you're looking to purchase them. If you're a fan of shoot-'em-ups, check out my Super Nintendo shoot-'em-up video. And subscribe to the channel because I will be making more videos with shoot-'em-ups or shmups on various consoles. And I think I'm going to do another one because there's other shoot-'em-ups on the NES that I really enjoy playing. But these are the ones that stand out to me and I keep coming back to, and I'd like to share that with you. Anyways, that's all. Later, players.